Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another Monday of 5 minutes a day. To my hoodie. I know it looks a lot like another one, but you actually haven't seen this one yet. Super soft. I like it. My beard's doing good things. Yeah, had to trim it up a little to get a little weak in the sides. But anyway, today, it's I guess it's a good thing, or fortuitous maybe. There's this really interesting new video from Gillette about masculinity. I haven't watched it yet, but all my friends are like, "This is awesome," and I didn't watch it because half of them said that they were gonna cry, that they cried about it, and I didn't want to do that before I did this video. So I'll probably watch it after, and we'll go from there. But as you all saw in the video, the title of this 5 minutes a day is why misogyny or patriarchy is like taking a bath. So with that in mind, let me hit my 5-minute countdown and we'll go from there. So I guess the first thing I need to say is this is an analogy. It's not perfect. It's not meant to capture the entire realm of possibilities of what this thing is. It's to, like all analogies, it's to take a piece or a perspective of the thing and compare it to another thing to try to get a different viewpoint on it, get a different idea, different perspective on it. And so I was thinking about this the other day as I was taking a bath, surprisingly, whatever. I like them, I don't, and also, for the record, there's a lot of reasons people don't like to take baths. All people, some people. And this isn't like a historical diatribe saying of how they got there. This is a concept of where we are today. And I was taking it and I had to put crap in the overflow, actual crap, like toilet paper I think, in the overflow protector, whatever, valve thingy-majibber, because I filled it up and then it drained out of the overflow, and like me laying on my back, my stomach and chest weren't even covered. And I'm not a big dude, I'm 5'10"-ish, 185, 190 right now, which I'm working on that. Because that's too much for me. And I've got, in this house I've got a normal sized tub, which means I don't fit, and I'm not even that big of a guy. I know of guys that are like 6'5", 250, and not even, they couldn't even get waist to feet in that tub. And also I'm in West Texas, so around here men don't take baths. Something for women and children to do. And I started thinking about that, and it'll take a second. The reason a lot of, and there's some reasons, good reasons why people don't want to. It takes too much water, it takes too much time. The reason I don't typically take baths is because I don't feel like I can get clean in a bath. So I always take a bath for relaxation purposes, stand up, take a shower, get actually clean. So anyway, back to here. A lot of men don't take showers because it's not manly. And again, this is a simplified argument about this. They don't take because they're not manly, and they're not manly because the tub's too small, and they don't fit, and the tub's, again, small, and women and children tend to be, on average, generally smaller than men. So they fit in the tub. But that's an interesting point there. They fit in the tub. Well, who makes the tubs? Well, I don't know who makes the tubs, and it doesn't really matter. But part of the market that drives the reason tubs are the size they are is because of who uses them. And who uses them? Women and children. not men, because they're too small. See how this is a loop? And it's a loop that's based on decisions other people made that we don't always realize that other people made them. It's small because someone else had a view and made a decision that they should be small. So it could come down to one person deciding they didn't like baths, so they made it smaller because to fit in a house, to meet the needs of the woman and the child, and they just took a shower or whatever. And then that became the standard, and then it repeated itself until that was the normal. And I think that's what happens in a lot of like patriarchal, misogynistic things, is that things are the way that they are because that's the way they were. And we never stop to think, is that the way it should be? Is that the way it could be? Is that the way that's best for as many people as possible, without leaving too many people out or hurting people? And that self-awareness, I'm going to talk about self-awareness a billion times on this channel because I think it's one of the most important things, is to be able to look inside ourselves and see what's going on, whether it's what we're saying, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, the values and perspectives that we have, the narratives that are running through our brain even though we don't really know it because they're so ingrained in our cultures. And I think that's one of those things. It's the chicken or the egg type thing. And if we don't stop and make that question, and the answer is egg, by the way. Eggs existed and things were born via egg for way before chickens ever evolved. Now it would be an interesting question, what came first, the egg or the thing that first started laying eggs? That's a good question. I don't have the answer to that one. But anyway, so that's the point here, is when you start to think of something as manly or womanly, especially if you attribute good and bad to those things, ask yourself, where did I get that idea? Where did it come from? Is it real? Is it make-believe? Is it valid? Is it invalid? Is it made intentionally from the beginning as something that had value attached to it? Oh, this is bad because it's feminine, or it's bad because it's masculine. And if so, why are we continuing that evaluation process? Why are we adding weight? Why are we adding value? Why are we adding that existential judgment to something that's effectively, or was at one point effectively, arbitrary? Somebody just decided with no good reason, no good rhyme, they just decided it. How many of those things are we carrying around? That's the question for you today. Comment, like, subscribe, click the notification bell thingy. I think in this week I'm gonna do a favorites video. I've got to get some gear together to do it because, yeah, you'll see, hopefully. Anyway, you have a great week. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.